Hello everyone, it's Kim Q and I'm 100% dedicated to helping you build your business and your brand without losing too much of your money or your mind. So, in this quick video, I really want to address something that seems to be a recurring theme that I find when I talk to people as we come up on 2016. Like with every new year, people are obsessed with the whole new year, new you phrase. And a lot of times they say that as it relates to physicality, like, oh, I want my hair to look like this going into the new year. I'm going to take better care of myself. I'm going to exercise. But they don't think about new you in here. And I'm hearing a lot of people talk about their businesses and their projects that they're working on. And they're phrasing their self-worth and their self-esteem, like how they feel about themselves, in terms that indicate that someone else is in charge of that. And it's really, really, really doing a number on my head because it really shows how we are so lazy in language that we don't even take the time to really figure out what words and phrases mean. Here's the deal. It is called self-worth, self-esteem. It's not he esteem, she esteem, their worth, and we worth. It is self-worth and self-esteem. That means it can only come from you. So if you are, you know, basically just trying to validate yourself, or you're trying to find a way to make your value go up or your feelings about yourself go up based on how someone else feels about you. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your team. I don't care if it's your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your employees, your boss. You cannot do that. That is not, you can never ever say that he makes my self-esteem go down. He cannot do that. Only you can do that. She cannot do that. Only you can do that. They cannot do that. Only you can do that. You can never let someone else's opinion of yourself become yours. And I'm not saying to be arrogant. I'm simply saying that if you are around someone who makes you feel less than, that is a clue that you need to remove yourself from them. Otherwise, you can only blame yourself for having low self-esteem or a low feeling of self-worth. So how do you do things to up your self-worth and your self-esteem? Number one, it's got to be the most important thing are the words that you say to yourself. And it's just not words that you say to yourself that come out of your mind, but it's words that are in your head, your thoughts. Those are huge. Thoughts become things. Whatever you speak about, you bring about. My number one book for this is Hung by the Tongue. If you haven't read it, oh my gosh, you're so missing out. Don't just read it either. Study it. Hung by the Tongue. Look it up. Get it today and go through it. And just read it over and over and over again for the rest of your life. The second book I would recommend definitely would be Outwitting the Devil. A lot of times the stuff that we think, they're not our thoughts. They are thoughts placed there by another entity to basically distract us from all the good that we have going on. So you got to understand that. You cannot win the battle if you don't understand the strategies that the enemy is using against you. It's just impossible. So books, Hung by the Tongue, Outwitting the Devil, they will help you with your thoughts. The number two thing that you need to increase your self-esteem and your self-worth is good people. Okay, and this is going to kind of go in hand with good places, because you find good people in good places. If you're hanging out in clubs and you're hanging out in areas where people are talking about nothing but how they hate their job, how they hate this, how they don't have enough money to pay bills, usually those are people with low aspirations, low ambitions. They're really not trying to do anything to change their situations. A lot of times they have a sense of entitlement, and the places that they hang around are places where all those types of sentiments just breed and multiply. Change your environment. Change the people with whom you hang around. Change your circle. I remember a mentor told me, and I started doing this, I think it was last year. He said, hey, Kim, just go hang out at the Ritz-Carlton. And he said it to hang out at the Ritz-Carlton in one of the richest places in Atlanta. And I was like, are you kidding me? For what? And he was like, just so that you know the atmosphere, just you being entrenched in that atmosphere, it's going to change you. And he was absolutely right. The first few times were a little bit uncomfortable because it was out of my comfort zone. It wasn't what I was used to. But slowly but surely, I began to get comfortable there. And as I got comfortable there, I began to be exposed to a whole nother level of conversation and a whole nother caliber of people that it absolutely changed me for the rest of my life. And now that is something that I do, not just with the Ritz-Carlton, but going in places. And if I feel uncomfortable there, if I feel like I'm not supposed to be in this part of town or I'm not supposed to be at this restaurant, then I know I have to go back until I feel like I am. So that's number 2 tip. Change the people and the environment that your associations that you have. All right, so the number 3 tip for upping your self-esteem and upping your self-worth, it definitely would be just you getting in action mode. I'm telling you, you so greatly don't understand how this works. Whatever it is you want to do, stop planning for it and start doing it. Yes, you are going to make mistakes. Yes, you are going to make, like you're going to fail. You're going to fail. But just the fact that you are in activity mode, I promise you, once you start failing, then you can start tweaking where you went wrong. And then you'll start seeing that your failures graduate. You don't make the same mistakes. You will get like really, really obsessed with getting it right. Okay? Especially if you've done the first 2 things. Change your thoughts by reading the right books and change your associations by hanging in the right places. That type of good energy is going to get so ingrained and so contagious and just so all over you that you can't help but to press forward as you are in activity mode. And that does nothing but boost your confidence through the roof. It just gives you a high, it's so euphoric that I can't even explain it. It is intoxicating. And that is how you start to buy into yourself, even when no one else does. Even when your best friend becomes your worst enemy, you will still have a feeling that you are worthy. And so going into 2016 again, yes, new year, new you, but make sure that that new you is not all about this, and it's more so about that. Okay, so I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please share it. Definitely leave me a comment letting me know so, and connect with me for live trainings on Periscope. Download the app to your phone. Follow me at KimQ10K, and you can catch my archived ones at kimqtv.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.